Good day, friends. Today we will discuss a new topic of lands. CEV Group welcomes you for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe our YouTube channel, Registered Values Club, for getting all new professional updates. So, as we have already discussed, that we will be discussing how to value landlocked land. First, we will discuss what is landlocked land. We should understand that in this presentation we will be discussing the legal and financial aspects of landlord properties. We will cover valuation techniques, access rights, and investment strategies of landlocked properties. So learn how to assess and potentially unlock the value of unique real estate, that is landlocked property. First we will discuss what is landlocked property. So basically, when there is lack of public road access, that property which is not having public road access, that property is called landlocked property. So a plot is landlocked if it lacks access to a government owned public road. It means it does not have any legal right of way. So there is no legal right of way for this property. So the absence of a legal easement or a right of way to the property, and how it affects the value of the property. So landlord status can significantly lower the property value. First thing, you must understand that landlocked property will have significantly lower property value. So there may be different scenarios of landlocked properties. First scenario may be that property landlocked property, let us say this property A is landlocked, so it has close proximity to the public road. So it is about 7 to 10 meter, but condition is that access is might be negotiated with neighboring plot B. So this is the first situation. Second situation may be that potential access may be granted. The plot is about 20 to 30 meter away from the road, right? So in see here this plot, this is about 20 to 30 meter from the public road, these roads. So but the access is available through B, C, D and E might be possible. Third situation, in case of landlocked property, it is far away from the road. Access may be required through multiple owners. Say this plot A. For reaching A, you need to access through D, C, and B. There are multiple owners. So this access permission is not possible in such a case. So these are the three scenarios. So now we will discuss how we can do the valuation of in all these cases. So what you have to do here, in case property is away, then there is challenges of multiple owners. So access requires permission for multiple owners. So what it will do, it will be not possible to have access or obtaining unanimous consent of all the owners. So obtaining unanimous consent can be difficult in such case, and it may lead to further diminish the value of the property if it is away from the road. And you have to see here this case, you have to get the permission from this and this owner for reaching A, which may not be possible. So this will further reduce the value of the property. So what there is the basic ruling. Now we will discuss some rulings which are given by the courts in such landlocked properties. So on the first is Avachat ruling, which is most important for landlocked properties. The Honorable Bombay High Court ruled in the case of MV Chat and others that the value of landlocked property could be assessed at 75% less from the value prevailing in the locality. However, each instance will have two unique facts and circumstances, and the actual reduction will rely on those. So, generally, as the court has allowed that you can take 75% lesser value than the market value of prevailing market value in that area, but it is not it cannot be applied in all the cases. It will depend upon the facts and circumstances of each and every case, and actual reduction will rely on those facts and circumstances. So it has offered legal precedent, it provides guidance on valuation discount. And some other court cases, first next one is Ramchandra Marottarao Avachat versus Collector of Nagpur, which we have already discussed that, and interior land, no road, we can apply 75% value reduction is justified, the court has said. Second one is Mumtaz Ali Khan versus Collector Rampur, UP. Inaccessible land is essentially worthless in modern contexts. And third case, Printer House Private Limited versus Sayadan. So in closed land, no road, the reduced value may be taken as 3/5 of the standard plots. So studying court cases help us in understanding valuation process of landlocked land. So these rulings offer insights into the legal considerations of such properties. So another case is CESC Limited versus Roop Kumar Parekh and others. So landlocked, it says landlocked plot bought confidently agreement expected with housing estate. Legal considerations. What you have to do, you have to analyze value, you have to do valuation, you have to analyze all factors, consult legal and real estate expert for valuation of such lands, and you have to analyze investment strategies, consider access options, negotiate with the neighboring landowners. So each case depends on its unique facts and circumstances. Legal advice is essential in such cases. So how the calculation is done? So basically the problem is access. So if you can get access from some other's property, then you have to pay certain amount. So first of all, you calculate the access cost, determine the cost of purchasing access through plots, in our examples through plot B in first two cases. Then adjust the land value, means subtract the access cost from the potential value, and then you may have to apply certain discount for race cars though. So apply discount rate for access or certainty. So first example, owner of the plot A desires to sell the plot having an area of 1000 square meter. This area is 1000 square meter. Prevalent land rates of the plot abutting the road locality is 10,000 per square meter. Owner of the plot wants to sell his plot to the owner of the plot A at rupees 15,000 per square meter. Area of the plot B is 400 square meter. Calculate value of plot A, rate per square feet meter for plot A, and discount on land rate of plot A vis market land rates. So see here, this plot is having an area of 1000 square meter, and this plot is having an area of 400 square meter. Though the rate in the locality is 10,000, but the owner of B is ready to sell this plot to A at a rate of rupees 15,000 per square meter. So now it means access is will be available if the owner of plot A purchases plot B. So let us suppose he purchases a plot B. So what will be the purchase costs of these other with different things which are given in the example. So what will be the purchase cost for plot B? So area of the plot B is 400 square meter. He is expecting 15,000 per square meter. So the rate is 10,000 per square meter. It means for getting plot B, he has to spend an amount of rupees 60 lakh. So when he buy the plot B, he will be able to sell plot A plus B. So in total area he will be able to sell area plot A plus area plot B, and rate he will get a rate of land abutting road which is 10,000. So after getting plot B, he will be able to sell 1400 square meter at a rate of 10,000 per square meter, means rupees 1 crore 40 lakh. It means out of 1 crore 40 lakh if he gets, he will have to spend 60 lakh over purchasing a plot B. So net sale value we will be having 80 lakh. So land rate in this case will be probable sale price over area of plot A, which will be 80 lakh divided by 1000, it will be 8000 per square meter in this case. So land rate of the plot A abutting, so he will be able, if if this plot was abutting the road, he will be able to sell the plot at 1000 square meter of plot at 10,000 per square meter. It means he will be able to sell at 1 crore. So how much reduction is there in this case? If he's well, if this plot was on the road, he would have got for 1 crore, but in this case he is getting 80 lakh. It means he is getting 20% less than the market prevailing market rate. So in this case the discount rate is 20% instead of 70% as described in the fourth case, which gives that the value may be taken as 75%, but it has also given that each case has to be discussed or assessed differently. So in this case, reduction or discount in the value will be 20%. Now in the second case, so here what you have to do, legal remedies, what you have, legal remedies or legal remedy for assess, you can, there are easement of three cases. First one is easement by necessity. Court ordered access if land was historically unified. So court may order access, then prescriptive is easement acquired through continuous open use over time, which we have already discussed in the easement case. Then negotiated easement, voluntary agreement with the neighboring owner and owner. So these are the three methods through which you can get legal access to the plots. Second case is, let us suppose owner of the plot A desire to sell his plot in area is 1000 square meter. Prevailing land rate abutting road is 10,000 per square meter. So these plots C, B, E, and D, these can be sold at 10,000 rupees per square meter. Owner of the plot C has agreed in writing. So plot he has agreed in writing to give him a an access of 6 meter by 60 meter to the owner of the plot A by creating a monthly lease rent of rupees 20,000. So capitalization rate is 8%. So by getting this legal access, he will be able to, the plot A, owner of the plot A will be able to sell his plot. But even though it has got access, it will not be able to get the prevailing market rate, which is 10,000. He will be getting lesser value because it is on the rear portion. So we assume that it will get less 25% less value than the plot C because it is in the on the rear of C. So even if the plot A gets right away, it would fetch less rate, say 25% less because of its rear location. So the value of the plot A in this case will be 75 like 1000 square meter into 75,000 per square meter. But out of these 75 lakh, he has to pay an annual rent of 2 lakh 40,000. Perpetually, it is given that he has to pay rent of 620,000 per month for 6 by 60 meter access. So we will convert this rent 2 lakh 40,000 into capitalized value. So capitalization rate is given as 8%. So the present value of cost of rent will be 2 lakh 40,000 divided by 0.08 30 lakh. So out of 75 lakh, it has to be deducted 30 lakh, which is the cost of rent he has to pay. So the net value of the land block plot A will be 75 lakh minus 30 lakh 45 lakh. So land rate of the plot A will be 45 lakh is the amount he will be able to fetch, and area of the plot is 1000. It means land rate for plot A is 4500. So discount rate will be land rate abutting road minus land rate of plot A divided by land rate of plot abutting road. So it means 10,000 minus 4,500 divided by 10,000. So here the discount will be 55% instead of 75%. So now we will discuss another example. The owner of the plot A desires, see this is plot A, he desires to sell plot having an area of 1000 square meter and land rate along the main road is 10,000 square meter. There is no possibility of obtaining access through B, C and D. So you have to find the value of plot A rate per square meter of plot A, then discount rate of land rate of plot A vis-a-vis market rate land rates. So since there is no possibility of right of way for the landlocked plot, so 75% discount on fair market land rate is appropriate. So fair market value of plot A will be area into 25% of land rate, means 1000 square meter is the area, 25% of 10,000 per square meter is the prevailing market rate. So he will be able to get 25 lakh instead of 1 crore. So value of the plot per square meter will be 25 lakh divided by 1000, 2500 per square meter. So discount will be 10,000 minus 2,500 divided by 10,000. So discount in this case is 75%. So see here we have discussed three cases, and in each case the discount is different. In the first case it was 20%, in the second case it was 65%, and the third case it is 75%. So it depends upon case to case. You cannot apply the same 75% in each and every case. So when you have to do valuation, you have to apply due diligence. Due diligence means you have to do thorough research of access options and legal precedents. Then engage with the ask the owner to engage with the neighbor's owner for easement agreements, and you may take the legal help if necessary, if justified. So it means there cannot be a uniform, universal, or generalized method to determine the percentage of discount in every situation because it may vary based on the other qualities and demarcates of each scenario.